Good morning, and welcome to Texas Craps with RB. This is going to be a demonstration for people that haven't played craps before or are not too sure about craps. I'm going to explain to you the basics of the game. Okay, you have here a pass line and don't pass. Pass line means you're basically hoping for the point to hit once the point's established, and you're actually with the shooter. Don't pass means you're hoping that the 7 comes out before the point. Okay, so you have two options, or actually you have to do either one of them if you don't want to. I'll get to that in a minute. You have the field bet. Field bet covers numbers 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12. If those numbers come out, you win this field bet. It pays 1 to 1. So if you bet 15, you win 15. You bet 25, you win 25. Come bet. Comeback you cannot do until a point is established. Until this is on, you can't do a comeback, okay? Once it's on, the comeback means whatever numbers roll next. That's example. Comeback has 25. Let's say 10 rolls. This goes to the 10. Right there, okay? Goes to the 10 as a comeback. That's a contract bet. You cannot take that bet off. It stays there until you hit it or until a 7 comes out and you lose it. You can also put odds on that 10, okay? Usually the odds on 10 and 4 are 3 times. The 5 and 9 are 4 times. 6 and 8 are 5 times. What that means is I can put, if I want to, $75 odds with that 10, okay? That's what that means. And so on, I can do this, but I can do it like, if this was this way, I can do it basically 4 times. And if it was this way, I could do it 5 times. So the easier the numbers, the less they pay, therefore you can have better odds. Actually, more odds, not better odds, more odds. So 5 times, 4 times, 3 times. 10's the number, so you can only do 3 times odds there. Let's say you throw a 10 again. Let's say that's 10, okay? Just say it's a 10. You would win 25 there, and you would win 175 there, because this odds here pays 2 to 1, so 75 wins you 150, and then all this comes down. So that money you had in there would turn into $100, $275 if you hit that number. Okay, that's how the come bet works. On the other hand, the don't come is the opposite of this. Okay. So let's say you put a quarter here, roll a dice, the number's 5. You want the 7 to come before the 5 comes. If the 5 comes, you lose. You're saying don't come means that they will not hit this 5 before the 7 comes. 6, so that point's off, but that doesn't matter. This stays on. 9, 5, 9 again, 11, 6, 5. So 5 came, so you lose this. So that's what don't come means. Don't come means you want the number not to come before the 7. If it comes, then basically you lose. Okay? What else we have here? We have hard ways. 2, 2, 5, 5, 3, 3, 4, 4. Okay. You can bet a nickel or $5 on each one. Okay, on each one, if you want to, or just one of them. If they hit, this pays 7 to 1, you win 35. This pays 9 to 1, you win 45. 45 here, 35 there. Okay. So that's what the hard ways is. You can always bet the hard ways if you want to, and it stays there unless you hit a non-hard ways. So if I hit a 6-4, you lose this because that's a 10. So you lose the hard 10. If I hit a 4-2 for 6, you lose that. If I hit a 6-2 or 5-3, you lose that. If I hit a 1-3, well, that's all you have, basically 1-3 only, and then 2-2. So if 1-3 comes, you lose that. The only way those win is if you hit the hard way, is the same number twice, okay? The last thing here is a horn bet. If you bet a horn bet, okay, most of the time they make you pay 20. Sometimes they don't, but if you put a $5 horn bet, you're betting on all these numbers here. If the midnight comes, 6-6 comes, 6-5, 1-2, or 1-1 comes, you're gonna win 30, 15, 30, 15. So once numbers comes, you're gonna win that. You're gonna win that much money on that. You can also bet for 7 to come out, and you'll win 20. 25 total because this 5 will stay there, but you win 20 there. So there's a lot of bets to think about. But if you're a new player, just keep it simple, because the more you have out there, the more it's hard to keep track. That's just the way craps goes. You have to be very experienced to know what you're looking at, what you're doing. Okay, in this case, that's what it comes down to. But let's go ahead and start simple. The table is, let's say it's a $15 table, and we'll be the shooter, so we'll put on 15 on the pass line, because you have to play pass or don't pass if you're going to shoot the dice. Okay, that's just the way it is. All right. So let's get a number. 8. 5, 3, 8. Okay, that's your point. The point means I have to hit that point in order to win the pass line. Okay. If I don't hit the 8 before the bad number comes out, you lose the pass line. So we're going to start small. We're going to go 18 on the 6. Now you're probably wondering why it's 18 if it's a $15 table. Because 6 and 8 pay 6 to 5. For every $6, you're going to get paid. Basically, for every $5, you're going to get paid 6. Okay. I'm sorry, reverse. For every $6, you get paid 5. Okay. 18. So 6. So 18 will pay 21. Okay. That's basically how it works. You're going to get 666 plus your 3. Okay. So there you go. So now you have the 6 covered and the 8 covered. Okay. So let's throw the dice. 7 out. So that means you lose everything. 5, 2, 7 means you lose pass line and you lose your place bet. Okay. These are called place bets. Anytime you put money on a number, it's called a place bet. So we lose that. So puck comes off. Do it over again. Okay. 15 there. Let's find a number. Hard 8. Okay, so then we're going to do the same thing again. We're doing the same. We're doing this. Okay. We're looking for an 8 so we can win the pass line. Okay. Or looking for a 6 so we can get some money. 7 out. Well, that's not a good start, of course. So you lose that again. You lose that again. That's gone again. Okay, we'll try again. Puck turns off. So 7 and 11 are only good on the come out roll, which means when this is off, 7 and 11 wins. Otherwise, it loses. It loses after the fact. 8. Same thing again. Just go the same way again. Just to keep it simple. Just try to get you the hang of how craps goes. You know what I'll do a come bet so you can see how that works. Now on a come bet, if the 7 comes out, you win that. Because 7-11 wins on the come bet. Aces, ace deuce, and 6-6 loses on the come bet. Okay? So basically 7. So basically we're gonna lose this and lose this, we'll win here. So we win that. So we lost this, okay? So come bet is actually pretty good if your table's cold. That means if you see a lot of 7s coming out, that come bet's really good to have because you only lose a little bit only. So do it again. Well, I'll just leave it here for now. So, I'll take it down because that way you don't get confused. Here you go. Let's try again. Let's try again here. Hard 8 again. So there you go, 8 again. We'll do a come bet again. That way we're covered. In case it comes out, we don't lose that much money. Same thing, just 6. Only gonna do 8, the 6 only, and we have 8 there as well. And we have a come bet, okay? 10. So that this come bet goes to the 10. Okay? So now we're looking for 10, 6, or 8. 10. There you go. So that 10 there is going to pay us $15. Okay? It's going to pay us 15. We should have put some odds there. It comes down. So we're going to go again. This time we're going to do it 25, okay? That way if the bad number comes out, we're covered with all our 4. Now this goes to the 4. Okay. Remember the come bet is basically the number the next number thrown goes to that number. 5. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. 5, nothing there. 9, nothing there. So that's the downside of not having all the numbers covered, is that you lose a lot of money there. Oh, 7. So we lost it all. So I want to show you another way that you can play to kind of cover yourself, okay? It's basically, so let's pretend this is on you. This is off, okay? Watch this. So let's show you this real quick. 4, okay? The point is 4. So this is what you call basically covering yourself. So we'll go 15 on the come again. Actually, no. Let's go don't come. Okay? Same concept as come, except you're hoping for the 7 to come out after the point, after that goes somewhere. Okay? That goes to the 10. That's on don't come, okay? That's on you're hoping we're gonna do it again. Don't come. Okay? We're doing it again. That way, we have 2 numbers that we win with and 2 numbers that we lose with. 11. Unfortunately, 7-11 loses the come bets. So do it again. These are opposite, remember? 7-11 wins here, 7-11 loses here. So they're flipped. They flip-flop. Okay. 12 actually pushes. You don't win, don't lose. It basically just pushes. It's a push. 4 is the point, okay? It's a good number for us because you actually win 15. And points off. So we go again here. This goes here to the 4. So the 4 and 10 are basically don't come bets, okay? And unfortunately, those are working. You can't turn those off. 7. So guess what? You win here, you win here, and you win here because we're saying that we wanted the 7 to come before the 4 and the 10, and they did. So look at this. You win that, you win that, and you win that. So then all this comes up. So this is kind of a way to protect yourself because it basically gives you a hedge. You can win and you can lose, but you're more likely you can break even. Okay? So puck's the lock because the 7 came out, so we have no point. Let's go again. 7, that's a winner. It's called a frontline winner. That means that on your come out roll, 7-11 wins. 11, that's a winner as well. Remember, on a pass line, 7-11 wins. On the pass line, when the puck is off. When this is off, 7-11 are winners. 6. Point is now 6. We'll move this to the 8. And at any time, you can take these bets down. The ones that are place bets, the ones you put yourself, you can always take them down. Okay, let's go ahead and do the same thing. Don't come, just to basically hedge yourself. 4. Okay, we'll do one more. We'll do one more. Don't come. 5. Okay. So we want the 7 to come before a 4 and a 5, or we lose those bets. Okay. The don't come is betting that the 7 comes before the 5 or 4 comes. Okay, that's what you're betting on. 7. So guess what? We lose these. We lose the place bet. We lose the pass line. We win there. Okay, so basically it's almost like breaking even. So we lose $3, and that's it. Okay, that's why if you do if you have a place bet in the pass line and 2 don't comes, you almost always break even in most cases. Okay, let's try it again. Let's try it again. It seems to be working pretty good because we're not losing any money, and you can keep playing a long time. That's the key, is to play as long as you can, because it can go pretty quickly. You know, it can go pretty quickly. 5 is the point. We're going to leave the 8 there. Same concept, don't come. So you're playing both the pass line and the don't come because you want to try to hedge yourself. 7. So this is the worst case scenario, because 7 and 11 loses here, and 7 loses there too. You lose all that. So this is the one scenario you don't ever want to have, is the 7 to come out during the come bet, because unless it's placed somewhere, you're gonna lose that, lose everything on here. All right. So we'll leave it there just to show you again. Okay, looking for a point. 12. We actually lose the pass line, so you'll lose this. Okay, so you have to put 15 again. 9 is the point. Same thing. We're gonna go 15 on don't come. Okay, so just like 7-11 loses here on that, on aces, ace deuce, you actually win here. So you win 15. When the word don't is anywhere like don't pass, don't come, aces and ace deuce are winners. 12-12 is a push. 7-11 is a loss. And on this one, 7-11 wins, but ace, ace, ace deuce, and 12 are losers. Okay, so those kind of flip flop each other. 7. So again, worst case scenario, this didn't move, therefore you lose it all. Use pass line, lose this, and lose that. But like I said, it's a hedge, so that way you don't lose a whole lot of money doing it that way. Having a pass line and a place bet, and having 2 come bets, you should always break even. In most cases, you know, that's probably the most simplest way to play. But even more simpler is not play the pass line and just do what I did, play 6 and 8, or play one number. You can just play the 8 only, and the most you'll lose are the 6 only, or pick any number you want to. Just pick a number. Of course, the further outside you go, the better they pay. Pays less. And you can just basically pick one number only, and that's it. And then the most you can lose per roll will be $18. But if you get lucky and you can hit that 8, okay? If you can hit an 8, it's a 10. Then you can expand your numbers out, okay? So let's say you hit 8. This is an example. Let's say you hit an 8, okay? Just to show you an example. 8, boom, pays 21, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So then you'll basically add the 6. Just an example of hitting, okay? Boom, let's say you hit 6, boom, so you hit 6, that pays 21 again. Then you get the 9. Pocket that. Boom, say you hit That's a 7. Let's go hit the 9. That pays 21 again. Do 15. You pocket 6. Okay. 10. That's 30. So essentially, that $18 has fronted all the money here for you. And then you can basically just keep on going from there. So playing one number is not a bad idea. You have less of a chance to win money, but if you hit, then you can expand. And then on a good shooter, a good roll, you can keep going and ride their coattails basically until they 7 out. Because 7 is going to come sooner or later. It just has to. There's no way around it. It's the most common number, so it's going to be hit a lot. Knowing when to pull out and pull back is the best situation, because you can have all kinds of money out there, and if you pull out at the right time, you'll save a lot of money. My basic strategy when I play is I try to do 25, and I'll show you why I play the strategy for. So I play 110 inside. That's what I play, okay? 110 inside, and I'll show you why. That's a 5, okay? Pays 35, right? I will then press up the 6 to 60, okay? I'll show you what it can do. If it gets 5 again, 35. I'll press the 8 to 60. I'm looking for 2 more hits, okay? 11, that's nothing. 7 out, I lost all that. So if I hit 2 more hits, then I would have taken all this down, okay? Let's say I hit 2 more hits, okay? Let's say I hit 9. This is the example. That's 35, right? Put that there, put this there. 1 more hit, let's say the 5 hit again. 35. Then I'll take all this down until the dealer just make me 15 and 15 across. 15 here, 15 here, 18, 18. I'll just put 20 to show you. Like that, and then pocket all this. So then basically you're playing for free. So the more you bet, the better chance you have to actually get to where you want to get. Right now I'm just throwing the dice. I'm not basically trying to set the dice up because it takes too long. I'm just chunking them, which I normally don't do. I usually set up, set my numbers up the way I want them, grab them, take my time, kind of flick them the right way and stuff. So that's more so what I do, but just trying to give you the idea on how to play craps and not spend a lot of money, because it can get expensive, and go from there. So hopefully this helps you out a little more. The more you're comfortable with playing, the easier it's going to get for you. When I first started playing, I was the same way. I was just going small, and now I try to go either I did 110 or I could do 220 or 330 inside. 3 hits, put it all down, and go back to minimum, and it's a free roll. You're basically playing on their money. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask, and I'll address them on the page, or let me know, and I can change some things up. Thank you.